motion to approve the minutes of the regular board meeting held on November 12th, 2024.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion to approve the financial statements for the month of November of 2024. Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right. Laura Loomis,
You got it.
you're first.
Do I understand? Okay. So, I just wanna thank you for starting the project.
You're welcome.
Craig did go over and look at it, and I just drove down after work and looked at it from all the rain, and I do see stuff going in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It was really, if it wasn't for JC, we probably would have been on hold a little more than we were, so.
yeah, I guess
It really
it's
was.
pretty
They
far
worked
under.
hard, they worked hard.
No, they did, they did.
I mean, you.
No, everybody did. They all did. And we're not done.
And then in the spring, you said
Oh,
you're
yeah.
gonna start again.
Yeah, we actually really wanna take that out of that dirt out of there, but we only left it because we didn't know how bad
Right,
everything
yeah.
would be, so, yeah, we're
I
definitely.
think, didn't you say beyond that, more
Yeah,
bad
well,
word? And I,
initially, Joe, we were actually really gonna do some of that, and it just got later in the day because we're gonna channel that over,
Mhm.
but we really wanted to catch it, we were
yeah,
the big mess,
Well,
which has been,
yeah, I
Well,
think
just
I don't know if I told
catch basin
Michael.
is
it's a
tenfold
big help.
better than it was.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
but everybody was concerned with if the catch basin itself was full of anything, there was absolutely nothing in the catch basin,
Oh, good.
nothing.
It was
And
on
you-
the top.
She had rode over, and, we kind
Mhm.
of, but there was the culvert pipe itself, all the way to the front of her property, out near, out near United Street, clear, there's nothing in it.
Mhm.
And going as far up as we could see the other way, the pipe is clean, so. It's obviously a farther issue way upstream, and we're taking care of what we need to do, so,
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
great.
no, it's
And you'll
just,
be able to mow your lawn next year without swimming.
yeah, well, Craig says that he mows it for her and he
Yeah.
gets stuck, he has to pull it out.
So we're definitely,
So, but thank you for
Yeah,
at
you're
least
welcome.
starting it, because, I mean, at least it's something,
yep,
you know, for
Yeah,
them.
we're not done with it. but-
no, right, we're
Right, yeah.
definitely not done, but we're way farther, closer than we were.
Oh, yeah, at least the road didn't flood.
Yeah,
This
right.
last rainstorm, and, yeah,
And it was full. I walked down there that last rainstorm and that thing was almost to the top of the banks.
I couldn't believe it.
what was,
The water coming from his property into that catch basin.
oh,
I just can't
So-
believe how much.
yeah,
He has a backhoe there too, but he uses it.
He's probably taking that to Florida.
Yeah, probably drives it to Florida.
when I
He's-
drove
I
slow
don't even,
past it,
I don't think it's ever moved.
after I went down, turned around in Craig's driveway and came back up, I looked and I could see the water running from his driveway right over,
Yep,
yeah.
yep, so it's.
And I mean, you know, right now, I mean, it didn't pour today, but we had
A lot of
enough
melt.
snow
Yeah, a lot of
and,
melt. Yeah,
and we had rain
Yep.
yesterday and a little bit today, and yeah, it's moving right
We're
along this
handling it
driveway.
now.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
We're handling it.
Good. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Appreciate the highway, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
And catching it before we got all that rain. So
Yeah.
it's above and beyond, being proactive is huge, so we appreciate that as well.
mhm. So that's not all, I do have to leave, I have an appointment at 6 at Harvard Library,
Oh, okay, I got you.
so I'll just wait until then. Okay,
Are you all set though?
I am,
All right,
yes, thank you
We
very much.
appreciate it as
We
well.
have holidays,
We're glad.
Oh, everyone.
No, I'm just saying, good job.
Thumbs up. Thank you. We appreciate everything and working with us as well. Thank you. We thank you. But, yeah, all set then?
I think so, yeah.
All right, good. Let's see, the next person on the agenda is Christopher Roberts. Okay, we're gonna move on. Okay, let's see. We got the animal shelter agreement from Stephen Swans. Obviously, we need to have that, obviously, in agreement with them, just to help out our, dog control officer, Rusty Jones, on that. He needs to have a place to bring the animals, obviously, I think everybody kind of understands that, so, but, we're gonna, obviously, we need to kind of have that, but we are working with, Mike was nice enough to go to a meeting, maybe right before Thanksgiving, is that fair to say, Mike? Cause New Hartford's gonna open up, it's looking like they're gonna open up their own shelter.
Yep,
And
I
they
think
wel-
they're open around February.
Alright, and they welcomed us to, bring our animals.
One of the few towns that
Yes.
they've invited to.
Yeah. So it's good stuff, yeah. Yeah, they're gonna do it right, right across like Roberts Road, is that where they're putting it, in that little park? Where
Yeah,
they're-
right.
Where the new softball, where that new baseball field is,
Yep.
up Route 8?
Yeah.
Where their old cold storage.
Yeah, cold storage
That
right
cold
there.
storage.
Yeah.
Could we do anything about cats?
They're gonna do cats as well.
They are, so will they, at least like help us with the trap and release, like, you know,
I
when
don't-
we trap, neuter and release?
They said
Because
there's a
there's
nice
so
lady in
many-
the yellow house that feeds them, so.
I think it was just a 5-day holding they were looking at.
People
first.
still call me, I
No
get
kidding.
phone calls all the time, we hear you take cats,
Uh,
no! I can't afford any more cats.
The only concern with that is
Feral
it
cat?
falls back on
Some
the
of them.
town.
Yes.
Some of them.
Whatever town brings them in, it's billed for them and they have to make the decision on whether it'll actually be up to us whether they euthanize or they keep
Oh.
hanging on, because we're gonna pay to stay.
Okay,
Right.
can we start a fund possibly for trap and release? I mean, people donate. Are we allowed to do that as,
We did the work it in, it's revenue if anybody gives us money, but,
Okay.
we can, plan B for next year for the budget.
Okay.
We'll probably cushion it more, for
okay,
that reason, alright?
because I mean, people will donate for cats.
Yeah, but then
They'll donate for
I
cats
think
before
we have
they
to
donate
figure
for
out
kids.
how
It's terrible.
cats get there and then how it gets registered and stuff, because I know we have a dog control officer, not
Right.
necessarily an animal.
Yeah, because he justifies what he's bringing there,
Mhm.
and we have a report, but,
They do plan on housing cats,
oh, okay.
so how that factors in with us, I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
Mike, did they mention fees? You know what the fees might be?
They're gonna try to keep it as affordable as possible. Obviously, which is gonna be cheaper than Steve and Swan.
Because I see it's $300 intake at Stevens One.
Yeah, I think it all depends, but yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, it got really bumped up. So this is what it costs, I think, New Hartford to do theirs and Utica to do their own, so.
Yeah, keeping everything municipal to municipal will make things easier and streamlined instead of dealing with like a private agency.
Kevin, that was one of the big things at the association, remember with Vicente? They're looking into doing something separate from Stephen Swan too, remember? That was his big talk that night.
Hmm.
What was, with
Basically,
dog
Stephen
control. So
Swan
they may be
is
coming up
occupied
with
by
something too
Utica's
that's-
intake. Everything is basically Utica's. And New Hartford has no interest in taking them.
No, they just don't take many.
When,
Yeah, from-
when Paris Hill was here, I used to trap them on my own and bring them up there, and they would give them a rabies shot, and they would either neuter or spay, and then you tip the ear and release. And they would charge like $120, so I would do maybe 5, 6 a year. But now, since they've moved their prices, they don't do that bundle anymore. I'm not paying $500 to $100 or $300 per cat, for a stray cat, just to open up the cage and let them go
So
again.
people bring them to you, or you?
Well, no, I just
Fine.
catch them because people do call me. People call me because they know that cats seem to show up at my house. I don't know how they do it. Well, yeah, but like, I mean, they're little teeny kittens, some of them are. They're born under the porch, it's terrible.
Hmm.
But anyhow.
3 hots and a cot?
So, I now have, one passed away, I now have 5 cats.
Well, Stephen Swan, you give him $50 a piece right now, so. We just got 2.
You just got 2?
Yeah.
Just come to my house, take your pick for free.
Alright, so let's see, resolution to accept the animal shelter agreement with, Stephen Swan Humane Society for the, 2025, year.
So,
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Thank you. Alright, that time of year again, we're getting to December, which has been a great year for us. We're really gonna have a lot of transfers, but, as you can see, we have a general aid fund. If you need me to read everything, word for word, but everybody can pretty much see the way it's written. Mainly just moving over personnel for some data processing. You gotta love garbage and moving some money over for garbage, and let's see.
The money from garbage is actually for the comprehensive plan.
Oh, oh, thank you, yeah, I see it. Great. And then we're moving some money over for the planning, just $900, planning board's payments. At Thurn Lighting District, which we all talked about during the budget, always kind of throws us for a loop. We wish I'd put more in there, but lighting, gotta pay your light bill, keep them on. So, in the resolution for the general aid fund, just looking for how it reads in front of you. Can I get a motion on transferring this money, please? Can I get a second? Second. All in favor? Anybody opposed? Great, thank you. All right, resolution to transfer the unexpended amounts. This is for unexpended money from the 2023 year. We just got everything back from our accountant, so we were just moving over money into savings, basically. All right, to use them for rainy day funds. Mainly, bringing over 45,000 to the reval savings, so we can do a reval later in the future here probably. We'd have to hire a company to come in and do a reval, the assessor rate. Probably could do it, but I think it's just hiring out, outsourced.
It's better to have a professional.
Yeah, just having a firm, just, it's a lot, it'd be a lot.
If they're gonna be mad at her anyway, you might as well have it be somebody else's fault.
Yeah, it's kind
Too
of-
bad, too people.
Yep. Yeah, I think it'd be a lot of work in general. 45,000, of course, we're gonna put in the park reserve fund, so we can, obviously build that up for like pools and playgrounds, exactly, yep. And then, of course, we put 45,000 in a disaster fund in case there was ever a disaster, we can protect the residents, the town. We put also 45,000 into the building reserve, mainly for like the roofs, parking lots, things like that, obviously, to fix things up, keep it running. The highway DA 200 cash, it's 155. That is just, it's highway reserve, so it's highway's money goes right into their reserve. So nothing we can do with that. For both of those actually, and the 300,000. We're going to bring it over from DD. That's a DD line that we always work on. And then for Sequoia Water District, we have 176 that'll roll over, and of course it needs to stay with them as well. Okay, so nothing you can really move them around. Any questions on that at all? Okay, all right. Just looking for a motion at one point here to, as it reads in front of you, for the unexpended amounts for 2023. Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor? Anybody opposed? Thank you. We talked a little bit earlier about the court bailiff coverage. Again, if anybody knows anybody that may, maybe in the police force or anything like that, that can carry a weapon, basically, a gun, please let us know, it'd be cheaper. But right now, the judges have asked us to sign the agreement for special detail services. You're looking at about $69 an hour. And they won't work more than 4 hours. So it's one day a month for the DA. I did talk to Judge Spina today about this, and they're gonna still do their best to find somebody else, but, because this hurts their budget, let's be real. And so, Tony has looked at this as well, fair to say, right, Mike? There's an email that Tony reviewed this as well.
Yeah.
This is also the special detail service that I do when we have meetings here, same one. So, just looking for a motion that everyone's good with me signing the agreement for special detail for the courts. Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Safety, safety. Oh, and she also, Judge Spina also did advise me that they won't send their DA here unless we have somebody, security here. So that was moved to this as well. All right, let's schedule a final voucher meeting and organizational meeting. Usually we would do the final voucher meeting. Looking at my calendar, usually it would be December 30th. We would just do a final voucher meeting, open up a meeting, pay the final vouchers for the end of the year, call it good. I mean, it's nothing crazy. Is everybody available on the 30th, or some of us?
That was the 30th,
It's a Monday.
Monday.
Monday, at what time?
Yeah, we can talk about that.
It shouldn't be a long meeting, it's just to pay remaining bills.
It's usually, it's like 5 minutes. Are you out? Okay, you're not around, okay, okay, all right. You got a better.
Okay, as long as it's after, like, depending on where I am, 5 o'clock would be okay.
Okay, all right,
But I might even make it like by 4:30.
okay, all right.
So just pick 5.
What, just 5 o'clock?
November 30th,
Yeah.
December,
December
Yeah.
30th?
It's a Monday, so,
that's good.
Monday, December 30th,
okay,
5.
That's okay.
okay. All right, so,
December
yeah, December 30th, 5 p.m.
5.
We'll just meet down here. Still the same. All right, let's talk about the final voucher meeting, or excuse me, organizational meeting. That would usually fall on, Thursday the second, January second. That's when we kinda, that's the whole deal, where it's 4 pages of resolutions. So that takes a little bit longer. You wanna try to aim, you're up that day? It's still like a 5 o'clock, okay, so everybody, every application.
5 o'clock's good.
5 o'clock's good?
January 2nd, 5?
Yeah. No cap, so right. Hey Gina, do I have to send this comp plan to 239 review? Am I sending-
Okay, I was gonna bring that up.
You're gonna bring it up during yours?
Yeah, but
Okay.
that's all right, you can
No,
bring it.
no, I was just gonna make sure I wasn't missing that. Good. That's all I had at this moment. Does anybody have any questions for me? Alright, Town Clerk, Mike.
Well, you already heard that I met with New Hartford about their animal control. I also got notified that Sulphur Springs Golf Course was gonna do their liquor license, and they're just giving us a heads up. So, I don't think we have any reason to have an issue with that, so,
Good.
yeah, should be expecting them to have a full kitchen. That's what it says in the thing, so, within a full menu, so it'll be interesting.
Great.
They're gonna open in the spring.
I don't have any dates, but it just says,
That's just for the clubhouse.
Oh, for the clubhouse.
Yeah, they're just talking about the liquor license for the
Yeah, cause
clubhouse.
the golf course is probably on.
Then come next or something.
yeah,
Bears.
full food menu.
Alright, good.
Well, of course it's doing good, but he's putting irrigation on the fairways even, so that's trying stuff out. So
That's great.
So maybe a little,
Good.
It's good for them.
Yep,
As a
good.
9-holder, right?
yep,
That's a nice kitchen in that clubhouse.
yeah,
It's really nice.
Good.
fryers, everything, yeah.
That's great. Good to hear.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Other than that, I'm waiting for my Christmas present, the pile of tax bills, so I can distribute them out to.
Okay.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, so that's coming up next. Other than that, I don't really have anything else.
That's right. Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome.
Any questions for Mike? I'm sorry. Thanks, Mike.
Yep.
Alright,
Oh, I
Gene.
have one question if you don't mind. Can you, I don't know if you would be the one to look into it, but can you look into it and see if we can get like town emails for the board? So that they aren't going to our personal, like whether it would be like a NewYorkState.gov or,
So all of us have
Towncares.org.
email addresses that we've just made, so just through our internet provider at one time. So we all have like Frontier email addresses. I don't know how.
through here,
Yeah.
or,
Yep. Some
But
of
there
us
was
have
only so
Gmail, some
many.
of us has Frontier. It's really, you just make an email address.
okay.
But they ran out of Frontier ones, that's why now Kim uses Gmail. She just made up parisbookkeeper@gmail.com. You just make one up like that.
Well, yeah, we don't even have Frontier anymore anyway.
Right, but so whoever has Frontier, we don't have anymore. Like, they only gave you so many domains. So you would just make up like
Yeah,
an
so if you wanna
email.
change it up.
You could just like, J. Contile or Town Paris Board at Gmail or something.
Okay,
Make it whatever you want, just let me know and we'll put it on wherever you want.
We'll update the.
Okay.
contact.
that way it's not our personal one.
Yeah.
Okay.
They say that when you do call the town, it still mentions,
Yes.
Yeah, we can't get, it's hard, that whole
We're
system's hard to
struggling to
change
fix
that
that.
stuff, yeah.
I-
So if you definitely get ahold of the highway garage, I'll, within,
Yeah,
if I'm there, I'll answer it, if I'm not, I'll
Because
call you right
because
back.
I didn't know if that was like a phone from the town that is now passed over to you, but it just
No,
has his
I-
name on it, or is that really his phone number?
The 7262,
I don't know, it just
that
said-
goes right to the highway garage.
Highway check, highway garage.
It brings right in the garage.
Our phone directory is just really hard to manipulate, so we're doing our best not to hire somebody to come fix it, because we've done it before, we're just really struggling to
Figuring
figure
it out.
it
That's
It's
the
hard
least
to
of my
get in.
worries.
He's like, put my name off of it. Is that- I see how you are.
It's okay. That was-
We're
Jim,
like, we know who's in charge there now.
Did Jim put you up for this?
Well, he calls the garage Monday morning after calling for how many hours. I said, don't tell me somebody's calling you about a mailbox. He went, no, been quiet. I just wanted to make sure.
That's funny, that's funny. Yeah, good stuff. Alright. Gina.
So I'll just be short, 55 permits so far, I did another one today, and I think I got another one coming next week. I did go to Leisure Valley after our last meeting with the
Yeah.
health department.
Yeah.
They made a considerable update. So health department will renew their permit at the end of the year, but I am going back, there was a little checklist we did. So I will go back in January just to see if those few things are accomplished, but it wasn't something that wouldn't let them open.
Okay.
So, you know, health department's working with me, we'll go
Is it-
back in January.
Is it fair to say they've been cleaning it up?
Yes,
Okay.
so, each one, we walked around each one again, and I would say 70%, 75 was done. And
Okay.
there was just little minor things that, you know, when they have their list, and like we said in January, we'd go back and
Okay.
make sure that was done.
The concerned citizens that are concerned about that, they seem to be happy or?
They haven't called anymore, so I'm
Okay.
hoping, I haven't heard anything more
Okay.
from,
Okay.
yeah, they did a lot of work in there.
Okay.
So, we'd appoint Mike Lewis, you know, for the ZBA member to replace Karen, because she's done, if we can get that done, I don't know, or unless you're gonna do that. I was just thinking if you did it now, because if you wait to organize, I don't know, well, if you did it organizational, it'll be before the next ZBA meeting. So that's depending whenever you wanna do that, him and Joe, because, you know, their meeting is,
Okay.
although their meeting, well, yeah, you have to do it at organizational, because if you wait till your board meeting, it's too late and then
Either,
it's the
it's
first
either
meeting.
now or organizational. It's already on the agenda, do it or wait.
Well, on your website, Mike, there's a place where if someone wants to, or if they're interested in a position in a town,
Yeah,
like for a board or something like that, was there anybody who was, I'm not saying this gentleman won't do a good job. Did anybody sign up
No.
to become a member?
no, I talked to a guy last night, that he might be interested if we get an opening on the ZBA later, but not right now, but he will do an application, he's thinking
Okay.
about, he asked what's involved, so I talked to him last night.
Mhm.
But no, we don't get a lot of people,
Okay, I was just curious whether.
Yeah, we keep it on file just
Oh,
for that reason.
yeah,
Yeah, okay, all right.
Usually it's.
and we gotta reappoint Joe Jerzak, because his term expired.
Okay, so the ZBA, like Mike Lewis's, his application, you're saying?
Yep,
and
so,
that's who
and they
that's who
made a
voted.
recommendation to appoint him from January 1st, 2025 to December 31st, 2031. And then we appoint Joe, planning board, from 1/1/25 to expire 12/31/29.
Okay, so, okay, I guess, okay. So first one, I guess it's appointing with Michael Lewis.
Yep.
The ZBA member to place Karen Speraza.
Yep,
The term beginning January 1st, 2025, expiring on 12/31/2031.
yep.
Can I get a
7 years.
motion on that?
I'll make the motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Okay, reappointing Joe Jerzak as a planning board member. Okay, these are chairmen as well. For the term beginning on January 1st, 2024,
2025.
25, I'm sorry, you're right.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad.
My bad. Yep, and expiring, that's a good date too, 12/31?
29 is the right date.
Okay, no, 2029. Can I get a motion on that, please?
So,
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
And then me as on the board of assessment, if you want to expire 9/30/29.
No.
what's your side about?
Unless you want to
It's
look for
needy.
somebody.
You know,
Being needy.
Did anybody else sign up?
Everybody else apply?
What's that for?
We have people knocking down the door wanting stuff.
Alright.
Yeah.
Board of Assessment, okay. All right, reappointing Gina Lamont as Board of Assessment Review Member for a term effective immediately. Okay, because we must be past that.
Yeah, September.
Okay, September, okay. And expiring September 30th, 2029.
Yeah, it's 5 years.
Okay, can I get a motion on that, please?
I'll make that motion.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
I don't know. See, you're stuck with me for a while. So the comp
It's just
plan,
once a year though.
so the comp plan, I gave it to all you guys, you approved, we sent it to zoning, we sent it to planning, no comments or whatever little comments. They had one spell check one. I sent it to River Street, they updated it. Tony looked at it, we updated his stuff, he's okay with that. So if you guys are okay, Mike and I are gonna work on starting 239 and seeker review.
Okay.
So because you gotta send it to all the towns in the county, and then they got 30 days, and then we'll have to have a public hearing after those comments, in case we gotta change stuff,
Yeah.
looking probably February, March. So just, you okay, like, we're gonna start 239 and seeker review
Yeah,
on
you
it.
need a motion to send it up for 239 review? I thought maybe you did.
It won't hurt, right, to
I
stuff,
think in the
yeah.
past we've done that.
Yeah.
Okay, motion to send that, the comp plan, draft out for 239 review
Yep, and seeker.
and seeker, I'm sorry, and seeker.
I'll make that motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
And then the last thing is just Dollar General. I went over, actually last week, they called me, can you go let National Grid in? I go, cause they're gonna hook up the power, so they gave me the code to get in and stuff. So, the power's on, everything, and like we said, the fixtures, they're open by the 13th, get the stock, shelf stocked and stuff, and probably be open by the 20th. You know, I've done, once I get all the fixtures and stuff, I'll go do a final inspection, issue the CO. So I'll do that, I'll be on vacation, but I'll make sure I'm around. I'll make sure I'm around. I'll bring my computer and go over. So hopefully open by December 20th,
Wow, okay,
hopefully.
that's great.
I don't know if they'll do a grand opening probably after, but, you know, they did look at ribbon cutting and stuff, so I don't
They
know
turned
that.
water in yesterday, they turned the heat on, so.
Okay,
Yeah, so they can start
We're gonna
stocking
get it.
that'll be nice.
finally, since
That'll be
October.
nice. Yep, real nice for the community.
So I think that's all I had.
Alright. Gina's also got a couple, nice emails and a card here, you know, people really, thanking her for her time and guidance, so you get a minute here, maybe take a look at these as well.
Thank you.
Very nice, Gina.
Good job, Gene.
Thanks.
Let's see, I don't have Wayne on here, but Wayne, what do you got? You got anything?
I was talking with Mike and Kim earlier, so, James, one of our new hires, he actually got put on as a laborer for the highway, since, mid-October. He passed the CDL training, got all that, so, he's actually, MEO trainee right now.
Alright,
So I guess we didn't, I don't know if it's a motion or something we need to do, but wanna move him up to the 1950 position where he's making 1650 now.
okay.
As a CDL
Yeah.
operator, you're gonna be starting out at 1950,
So,
so, just so, basically it takes up the money that one of the past guys was there that left.
I don't think we need to do that, yeah.
And we are going to be, doing we have another young man that's, in the process of going through this right now. He will be, it probably won't be till later in December, will be, and he's in the same boat. He's hired as he's going through all his training stuff, and stuff like that. And Steve Messenger has absolutely been phenomenal with helping train these guys.
Great.
He really has, so, just to
Yeah,
let you
That's
folks
good to know. I was wondering how the crew was, you know.
Great,
newer-
guys are
newer
doing great, guys are great, they're working their butts off, I mean, they've been great, I can't, good crew.
Yeah.
One of the best.
Yeah.
And you went to the MS4, Steve Messenger,
Yeah.
Jim and Marvin, went
No.
out to the MS4
Okay.
meeting.
Cause
so-
I'm gonna, actually, we're gonna just, depending on what goes on with work and stuff, is if them guys can do it, to go to it, they're more than happy to be involved, pretty positive about it. Gina, I mean, they, you know, I think they interact pretty well, they seem interested in it. So I just, one more thing,
Keep us
somebody
on
can
track.
help us. Yeah, because I didn't realize we were, as far as backlog as we were with that stuff.
Okay.
And, you know, we've talked to Gina a lot about what we're gonna take care of in the spring and to get us up where we need to be with it, so. And them guys are gonna be great, because like I said, I'd really like to be able to have one of them guys say, all right, look, we got this coming up, we gotta take care of this ditch or this catch basin, or, you know, just, you know, how memories are.
Yeah, that's good. It's-
But they've been phenomenal as far as,
Good.
working and stuff.
Well, that's good, having, you know, having Steve and Marvin, just having both of them there, it's
It's very positive, very positive.
Great.
You know, for everything.
And actually, I was on a training a week ago, and Brian was on it, Whitaker and stuff, and there is, some money out there for GIS mapping of our outfalls, so we're hoping, it might cost us something, but we don't know. We're gonna work with the Mohawk Valley Coalition.
Yeah, sure.
You know, and see, but we're hoping to get them all digitally mapped on GIS to make it a lot easier. So that's one of the big projects, because that's almost mandatory by
Okay.
DEC, but now EPA. So we're working on that, and that'll make that easier for them too.
Should we put some money aside for that, like through the ARPA fund?
We might want,
We kind
but
of talked because of what would be coming up with
Yeah.
it in the ladder is gonna, and only one of the things that they talk about is if we dig out stuff that could be possibly contaminated, that we really should probably take it to the waste authority.
yeah, you can't
It's-
stockpile
well,
it.
you can, but it's a process you have to go through that we really don't need to
Okay.
be involved in. And I don't know, we weren't really sure if there was a fee yet,
Okay.
for like to take that contaminated soil.
Sure.
Or whatever they call it, I don't know if it's so much.
Yeah, yeah, well, just in
Yeah.
case, because if you dig it out, and there's, like, say, in
Right,
her
so-
house, and there's pesticides, and now we store it near the track.
Right.
And EPA comes and it leaches in, now you got a lot of paperwork to say, where did this,
Okay.
It'd be easier for all of
just
us
go.
if we could just take it to
Taking it
them.
out of there,
so we
not
might
store
wanna,
it.
we might wanna do this.
And two, we have, we actually have a paperwork saying that we've done it.
Yeah,
You know,
sure,
it's
what
done.
we do with it.
Yep, we don't have to be
Yeah.
liable to do that.
They're getting.
We'll take care of it, but we, we'll do all that work, but
Right.
if it could be something, we did kind of,
Yeah, so
we
we
just didn't
probably,
know what the budget stuff was.
we
something
probably
we
should
didn't
look
know.
at maybe putting 10 or 20 from ARPA, if
Okay,
there's that much.
right.
Just to have it, then we,
Please
each
remind me
year
on
we could.
Thursday,
okay.
that's all, it's Thursday, I'm working
Okay.
on ARPA funds to see where we
Yeah,
can
to
put
put
that
them
money.
out with the trucking or whatever, because any
That's all.
contamination, we don't wanna get fined.
No, no,
But we would totally take care of it all, I mean, we can handle it ourselves.
perfect.
Just get them. paperwork.
So see, with them going now, they know the stuff it really is, so
Right.
I'm glad they're coming now.
That's great. All the way around, great news on that, yeah, thank you.
Nothing.
I know it's a lot of work, I get it,
Hey,
MS
well,
four
it's
is a beast, so,
It's funny because you don't realize when you're on,
you know,
the worker side that there is a little bit more than,
yeah.
than
That
you
paper,
thought.
that paperwork now. and-
Yeah, which is good, we really, and again, with the help of everybody, really, between Mike, Kim, Gina, everything,
Yeah,
it's made it, Joe, Jesus, a lot of stuff, so.
nice,
I think we're good.
very nice, alright, alright,
JC, cemetery?
yeah, yeah, please.
The cemetery approached us, I don't know if you're aware of this, Wayne,
Yeah,
about working with them over there.
yeah,
We probably should get together with them and talk about it.
Well, I think they need some help with shared services, is that fair to say? And I don't know how much shared services we could do with them, so.
I know that.
Is that ultimately gonna, not to interrupt, you, I'm sorry, but is that ultimately gonna close up, not close up the cemetery, but their people, what is it, their board or whatever, and it's ultimately gonna fall on town to take care of it anyway, or no? Is that how that works? I'm just curious. Cause I don't know enough about it, but I've heard people talking about how they're having problems, and I didn't know if that was,
Well, they got money.
Right, and that would all have to come to the town.
Yeah, what
They
are
got
they,
a lot of money, but they can only disperse it, I guess,
Right.
a little bit at a time or a
Hands
certain
are tied
amount,
by
so.
some-
And we're gonna have to sit down with, I think we need to sit down with how they get Tony involved to make sure, because if we're doing shared services, they gotta offer us something back, it's like
Yeah,
the
right,
school,
there's not-
you know, it's that whole.
not much that they, what, I know we've, in the past, I'm going back
Just
way
like
back,
3 months.
when Woody was boss, we used to go in and
We get plots off.
free all the leaves, we used to, they would blow them out to the thing and,
We kinda go in there and grab them a little.
yeah, Wanda, Rosendale, she would, she'd call down the garage and she'd say, Woody, we got the leaves out, and
What do you do?
we'd head right in there, and she was raking right alongside,
Yeah, I'll bet she
and we
was.
probably were
Yeah, she was a
20, 30
worker.
years old, then, in our twenties.
she was a worker.
But yeah, we used to do that, and then, I don't know what really what happened, it kinda, whether they picked it up or the company or whoever went in there for them, but we never really heard anything more after that.
Alright.
And other than that, that's all we really did, as far as, if they had brush or something that we needed, I
Sure.
think we did help them, maybe.
Last year, and the year
Was it-
before, we took a couple of trees.
Yeah, the trees had fell and we did go in and grab, that's right, that was a couple of years ago.
Alright.
Well, as far as anything else, we really,
I don't know how much more we can really do, so, and how thin we can spread ourselves as well. You know,
yeah, it's, just-
Oh,
that's
if
it.
they have money, can they pay us?
Well, I don't know how that
For the
works.
service?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's, I think it comes down to just how much they can disperse, and I think it's like, okay, say for example, I think it's like $40,000 a year they can disperse this money, but the 40,000 goes to that landscaper, like immediately, so then they don't have any other money for it.
So,
So
if
they
they
get a
gave us
plan.
the 40,000,
Wow.
could we take care of?
And then,
I mean, that's all.
$40,000.
Jump right through it.
Actually, well, I was thinking if they had some money to give that could pay into our either park or however you do it, that you would hire another person
Correct, yeah.
to mow or whatever.
Right.
And then maybe we don't trade our smaller Ferris in, we keep that, work it out with the park because it's quite a bit narrower than that one
Yeah.
Don's got.
Sure, yeah.
You know, stuff like that, I mean, something we could work out, but there's, you know, obviously, we're not doing it for nothing.
A lot of string trimming involved.
Yeah, a lot of,
All right. All right.
And also, like,
Yeah.
you know, you talked before about the kids helping paint hydrants and stuff like that,
I know.
but they couldn't be on the street, remember?
Yeah, that's the issue.
That's not on the street.
I tell you, when I started working for the town in 1986, that's what I did for the town when I went out of high school.
Yeah.
In the summer, mowed for the town. I remember I did it for the water department and, parks,
Yeah.
way back, and I was just a 16-year-old kid.
Yeah.
I did look up all that stuff, remember, I did
Yes,
forward
I have
it,
it all.
right from
Association.
Albany, from association, from,
Yeah.
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 And that board would have to dissolve, and all their money would come here, and then we'd have to have a board, and you'd have to appoint somebody and have somebody in charge. It's a lot of work if they
Okay.
dissolve. And we would still have to maintain opening and closings, and
Okay.
we'd have, so it's a lot if they do abolish.
Yeah. All right. I think we're looking to sit down with them just
Yeah.
for a meeting. Is that what you want, Kev? Is that
Well,
fair to say?
I mean, we gotta deal with it sooner or later.
Yeah, I
Some
guess we
point
should
you
get more
gotta-
details on it, so we're ready for a budget.
Or at least have something, maybe,
Okay.
you know.
All right, Kev, I'm so sorry. How long are you here till?
Right after Christmas.
Okay. All right, so maybe we'll try to get with Tony and with Wayne, and you don't mind handling that a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay,
Get something.
all right. And then, okay, and we'll see whatever we schedule is.
All right,
Is that fair to
okay.
say? And then we'll come back to it.
At least you can start the process and, you know, see what's going on.
Yeah, see if it's doable for the town in general. All right.
Do we gotta do it?
I know. All right, we'll see what's legal. what we
And
can
the
do.
reason I was thinking the park thing is because you're hiring summer help anyway, so you would just boost that up a little.
Yeah, maybe
Send
give some more
a couple
jobs.
laborers out with
Yeah.
weed eaters.
And get more kids to get more
So-
jobs here, so I'm all
Yeah,
for
sure,
that.
certainly, sure. That's
If it could work that way,
Yeah.
that's.
Right, and insurance.
Right.
I know back in the day when I did it, it was, you did have one of the senior guy, or older guys at the time, never say older, but kind of was in charge of me or
Yeah.
them,
Yeah,
us, I guess, so to speak, just to be, kind of, not babysit, I don't wanna say it that way, but you know.
Supervise.
Yeah, supervise,
Oh,
exactly.
We'll send Robbie.
But no, I guess if there's ways to do it, it would be worth it.
Wait, that's when they had push mowers, right?
Yeah, actually, we used to mow these parks with a 48-inch wheel horse mower, that's exactly what we
is
mowed.
that what it was?
Two of them, yep. We mowed a lot of grass with a wheel horse.
I think you were trying to get a dig out
I was a
of
no more.
We did have push mowers, but
He didn't even bite.
No, he
He didn't even bite,
didn't.
Bill.
Probably buy a lot of real mowers, cost of affairs.
All right, cool. Thank you. Any questions for Wayne or Gina even? All right, thank you. Joe, what do you got? Anything?
No, actually, it actually can wait until after the first year. I wanna, once we do our transfers and what unexpended balance we have,
Okay.
I wanna relook at the Sulphur Springs pump station.
Okay, that's fair.
So,
Yeah, I think we're at that point where we probably, yeah, I see what you're saying.
so,
Hopefully they'll honor that rate maybe.
yeah, he actually called me
Yeah, they,
and said that, if it's not exact, it's gonna be goddamn close. he
okay,
said.
all right, all right.
Those were his
We
exact
use those words.
Yep,
Okay.
so-
All right, okay, all right. All right, any questions for Joe then? Okay. I just wanted to go into executive session just for a few minutes, nothing crazy, just, thank you, everybody. I'm gonna go into motion to go into executive session for just personnel reasons at 5:39 PM.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all in favor? Ready? Okay, just motion to come out of executive session at 5:52 PM.
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion to pay the vouchers. Second,
Second.
all right, all in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right, thank you. Once completed, motion to close out the meeting at, again, 5:52 PM.
I'll make that motion.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
All right, everybody.